Well, hello there, you beautiful, beautiful people. Guess what? That's right. This is video 2 of 2. Did you see the first one? If not, you know the drill. Little bit of a different video. Little bit of a different vibe. I was listening to Chris Cuomo, and he was talking about, well, it was basically about videos and why certain cases are covered, and you know the way that trending works, the way that the system works. And I want to kind of break that down for you here, because I feel that for some of you, I genuinely believe you have an interest in seeking justice for those that should get justice, and it upsets you when you hear about cases that just don't get the attention. It doesn't get looked at. It doesn't get the justice with which it so deserves. And in fact, you can look at cases, case in point being Sean Doherty, for instance, the younger boy that would appear it was ruled as a self-deletion, when you really look into that case, it stinks of foul play. But the reality is not many people know about it. I've got a playlist on that, and I would say if you have not heard of this little boy's name, then head over to my playlist and watch it, because that will bring into focus exactly what I'm talking about in this video here. Now, the only way that we can make a difference, the only way that we can get justice for those that deserve it, and the only way we can get recognition to the people and the cases that deserve it, are if you, the watchers of these videos, you watch them. You see a notification pop up and you watch them. And when you watch a video, you watch it all the way through to the end. And I know this has got a little bit of a vibe like I'm telling you off, you naughty, naughty people. And it ain't about that. It's about trying to educate people on how social media works. Now, at the moment, we've got mainstream media and the social media battle. We see it in the Brian Koberger situation, where mainstream media and the things that they push out get so much attention, but then those that are trying to bring forward elements of truth that brings into question the things that they have said in order to balance the narrative, they don't get seen. But that's because people aren't generally interested in the way the system works. The system's rigged. The system is very, very rigged. Again, case in point, Summer Wells versus Michael Vaughan. Because of the virility that the Summer Wells case caught online, and that people became so invested in the stories and the background stories, and they were listening to the people around this case who themselves were doing lives, and they had their own channels, and people at Ground Zero. That built up such momentum against the Michael Vaughan case, where it got to the point where content creators, including myself, it got to the point where doing a video on it was such a pain because of the attack and the backlash you got for doing so. And then half of the creators or more just wouldn't do a video because they daren't. They were too scared to, that then didn't gain the virility and the momentum. And cases in order, especially missing child cases, they need that virility. They need people to be able to see it. And people think that buying t-shirts or buying armbands and bracelets and all these things and the odd press conference do the work, when in reality, it ain't the case. Case in point, Gabby Petito. How did that case ultimately come to a conclusion? Via social media. So you guys, all of you guys who watch the videos, you can make a difference, a real difference, because it is you who chooses what is popular and what is not. And I know it seems like you're caught between the devil and the deep blue sea, because ultimately you have to kind of have an interest in something before perhaps you watch it. You know, if I upload something on Nicola Bulley, for instance, and upload something on the Idaho 4, then the Idaho 4 case, because you're already invested in it, that is going to do well, and it's going to block out the Nicola Bulley situation. And the Nicola Bulley situation does have questions still. Even though I am still quite firmly in my stance to what happened, there are elements of that case that point in other directions that could potentially need to be explored. But Again, we have this same situation where people just ain't interested and they don't get invested. But what I would say is, look, there are so many cases out there. There are so many people who deserve your time and your attention. And if you give them your time and attention, then more people will see, and hopefully we can start to make a true difference and block out the false news, the irrelevant news, the stuff that doesn't need to be seen, and place things in front of people that do need to be seen. All I ask is, like I say, and don't do something that you are not comfortable with doing. You know, I know that some people invest themselves so heavily in a case that it's difficult for them to look at other cases. But for those of you who are a little bit harder in the stomach, please, please, please do give chances to other cases. And if there are other cases that you feel need to be seen and you need to start seeing momentum in them, then feel free to reach out and ask. I have started to receive some emails. I'm still going through emails. I've got so many emails. I've back on now with the system, replaced the MacBook as it was killed. But yeah, so all I will say is we can make a difference. We truly, truly can make a difference. But first of all, we have to show an interest. Let me know down below what your thoughts and feelings are on the subject. Something a little bit different, but I feel that it's very important. I'd like to be able to bring more and more stuff to you guys on different topics, but there is seldom a reason to do that if you know that it's not going to be received well, and ultimately it will hurt what the channel is all about and trying to do. But like I say, let me know down below. Have a fantastic rest of your Tuesday. You're looking amazing, by the way. Thought I'd just tell you. And I'll catch you all tomorrow.